I'll open it up to David and Barry here, and afterwards we'll take any questions and break up to one-on-ones. With that, David.
Thank you. I find this is a little bit more difficult than in past years, and this loss to Chicago probably hurts as much as anything that we've been through. I know it, Barry and I are in the middle of our players' meetings, and I know just talking to the players that I mean, the good news here is that everybody believed that we could win. I'm not so sure that was the case in some of our past playoff situations, but this year there was something special there. We didn't get to take advantage of the opportunity, but we really thought to a man that we could do it. But anyway, a quick review, and I'll get back to that, is that when we started the year, there was nobody that really believed in us. There was, in any publications or any predictions by the media critics, there's no one that, to my knowledge, that picked the Predators to make the playoffs. So the good news is that inside the organization and by our coaching staff and our players, that we did a real good job, and we did make the playoffs. We did have a really good year. I mean, we got 100 points, we got 47 wins. We made the playoffs 5 of the last 6 seasons. I think that's something to be proud of. I mean, we had 40 wins now for 5 straight seasons. We're only one of 5 teams to be able to do that. I like that kind of consistency. Since 08, when we last made the playoffs, we've had a number of changes. There was, I think we had almost half of our team has been changed over. I really thought our team was built for the playoffs. I thought our mindset was perfect for the playoffs. I mean, we were playoff ready. We had 28 one-goal wins. So for those of you that have watched the games, were at the games, I mean, every game was a nail-biter. So I thought we were ready to go. Arguably the most important part of the season was going to be after the Olympics, and we were terrific after the Olympics. 14-6-1 to the finish. That certainly got us in the playoffs, and certainly gave us a swagger that we believed we could win in the playoffs. Our goaltending and our team defense was right at the top with everybody in the league. As I said to start with, I really think we drew Chicago, and I don't really think it mattered who we drew, but I think to a man we felt we could beat Chicago. We got off to a great start and got a little bit of a break, if you will, on JP's first goal there, and beat Chicago in the first game. We kind of relinquished the home ice advantage in Game 4. That was not perfect for us. That was probably Chicago's best game in my estimation. And then we all know what happened in Game 5 with 13 seconds to go. And you know, as I said to the players, and I feel this way, I mean, that's going to leave a mark. I mean, until we do something good as individuals and something good as a franchise, that's going to stay with us. Positive news on that is that we didn't give up. I mean, we played really good in Game 6. I'm the manager. I'm not a fan, but that must have been an unbelievable first period to watch. 4-3 against Chicago. I mean, that had about everything in the game, but I thought we did a great job. And again, another fluky goal by Kane from their blue line off his skate. That was weird. It kind of reminded me of the Lidstrom goal a couple of years ago. So I'm not whining, but we certainly don't seem to be getting a lot of breaks. But I mean, I know where we are. I mean, 5 or 6 years in the playoffs, I think that's good. I'm happy that we're a competitive team. I'm really happy with the core of our team, the belief in our team. In comparing us to other expansion teams, I mean, we've participated in as many rounds as they have together. So from I want to say a growth standpoint, I'm happy with where we are, but I'm not happy that we haven't won a playoff round. And again, for the umpteenth time, I thought it was going to happen this year. As we look towards next year, there's 2 things that jump out at me that we need to address. One was our consistency. And again, this is going to be a negative and a positive. I mean, we had a number of forwards that really had some long dry spells. I mean, David Lake had 1 goal in the last 40 games. And then the positive was, arguably, he was our best forward in the playoffs, which shows that he can do it. Steve Sullivan played all 82 games this year. To me, he played terrific in the playoffs, and was certainly one of our hardest workers, and was just played great in the playoffs. But during the regular season, he had like 4 stretches of 10 games without a goal. Jared Smithson had 1 goal in the last 19 games. Marcel Gotch had 1 goal in the last 19 games. Joel Ward, who played so well in the playoffs for us, only had 1 goal in the last 20 games. Our captain, Jason Arnott, had some long stretches without goals. Martin Erat, who I thought over the season probably was our best forward overall. He started the season with like 1 goal in the first 20 games, and then he only had 2 goals in the last 20 games. If I say all these things, it probably sounds like the year was a disaster. But the good news there was that when somebody was having a tough time or wasn't getting the job done, there was other people on our team that were contributing. And I said this to the players in our end of the year meeting with them, is that, I mean, I can look at every player in the eye and they made a contribution this year. I would like the consistency to be a little bit higher within our group, and especially the forwards that I'm talking about right now, and I don't see any reason why it can't. The second area of concern is our special teams, and I'm pretty sure that's why we're sitting here today, and that's probably cost us the playoff series. I mean, I can't tell you exactly what changes are going to be made on our special teams, but I can tell you this is the highest priority. Again, the stats are terrible. 1 out of 26 in the playoffs, 2 out of 36 over the last 14 games, which equals 3 power play goals over our last 62 attempts in 20 games. I mean, that's unacceptable. And believe me, if you think you're frustrated, I'm frustrated, and I'm sure Barry would say the same thing. You know, our power play has not been good the last 3 seasons, and we know the importance of the power play in terms of our win-loss record. I mean, we're 9-1 in games where we scored 2 or more power play goals. We're 16-8-2 when we scored 1 power play goal, and we're 22-20 when we don't score a power play goal. So we've got to get this area rectified. Not that it's a comparison or what have you, but we just watched the highest offensive team with arguably the best power play in the league goal last night. In the playoffs, they got 1 goal in 33 attempts. So what are they going to do? Take Ovechkin and Green off their power play? I mean, it's not an academic, but it's something that we all got to work on. Our penalty killing too. I mean, penalty killing has been one of our strengths over the years, and this year was 28th, and which it was not good. We didn't block shots. We didn't win the faceoffs at the key times. We proved to ourselves in the playoffs that we could be good at killing penalties. Whether that's determination, of will, or desire, I don't know. We got to find that out, and we got to do a better job at that. So those are 2 areas for me: consistency and special teams. We have to do a better job at. There are so many good things that are positive with our team in terms of the core of our team that I really think that we built the team into a competitive team, and I really think we're close to taking the next step, which is obviously to win playoff rounds. I'm going to turn it over to Barry, but I would like to certainly acknowledge and congratulate Barry on a very well-deserved nomination for the Jack Adams Award for one of the top 3 coaches in the National Hockey League. I think this has been a little bit long overdue, and I don't know whether it's because we don't get a lot of recognition here, but I think Barry knows my feelings, and I believe our players feel the same way. As Barry's certainly one of the best coaches in the National Hockey League, and any success that we've had here, and even taking a team this year that didn't get a lot of recognition or predictions to make the playoffs. I mean, he and his coaching staff got that done. So, Barry, congratulations to you.
Thank